Hey, yo, what's up? So, I wanted to talk about how there has to be losers for there to be winners. And what kind of got me to thinking about this was kind of weird and unrelated. So, on my trip to Phoenix, what is it? My sister knew that I was going. So, basically, I guess she somehow found out that the restaurant there's a restaurant called Culver's, which I guess is like a burger place, and I guess it's more of a Midwest thing, and I guess the farthest out west or something it'll go is maybe somewhere, I guess around Mountain Time Zone. So it's not where I'm at in California, and I don't think I don't think there are any in Southern California either. So basically, she just wanted me to buy some the day before I came back home to try it, even if it was cold. Which, I mean, I guess some people are like, "Oh, bro, fast food being cold or a day old is gross, right?" But I don't really think so, right? Because even with pizza, right, if you refrigerate the pizza, I think it's still pretty good. So, sometimes I think it's even better than the fresh pizza. You know, I feel like some people are a bit too picky and elitist about food when like even about things like sushi. To be honest, you know, some people are like, "Oh, bro, this is good sushi or this is bad sushi." But to be honest, I don't think I've ever had bad sushi. Maybe I would think it's bad if it gave me, like, you know, stomach issues like diarrhea the next day. But honestly, I think all sushi from every single place kind of tastes the same. I just don't really have. I'm just not that picky, I guess, or people are just overly critical about stuff, right? To me, you know, that kind of as long as it tastes decent enough, the food's pretty good, right? I'm not picky or elitist really about that kind of stuff, and I'm not even that way about girls either, because some people are gonna be like, "Oh, bro, you know, but you are picky when it comes to girls. They gotta look like photoshopped Instagram models or something like that," right? When in reality, it's all it is just a non-overweight girl. It's not. She doesn't even have to be fit, just not overweight. Which you know, I guess is asking for a lot, and then not a single mom either, right? Or any kind of mom, to be honest, because I don't want a married mom either. But yeah, the whole point is that she wanted me to do that, and it reminded me of buying burgers for a girl, right? That's kind of what it reminded me of, because my other experience with my other ex-EGF, which is crazy to think about. It's almost a year ago. It'll be a year in April, and it doesn't feel like it's been that long ago, but it feels like it just kind of happened. But it's kind of crazy. It's already almost a year, because this is the end of January, and you know, went out with her and all that stuff for, what is it, like the second week of April or something like that. So yeah, almost a year now, which, like I said, is crazy to think about, right? It's like, to be honest, it's crazy to think that it ever even happened, right? And honestly, it kind of, I guess that's where the point of the video actually starts, right? So you're like, "Oh, bro, video starts at this, whatever, what is it at, 4 minutes?" So, you know, the whole winners and losers thing, right? And the whole kind of yin and yang kind of thing, that the opposites have to exist. So for there to be guys to be successful with women, right? And guys that are seen as attractive by women, the opposite has to exist. Or there is no, because there has to be a point of comparison, right? The unattractive guy, the guy who's not successful with women, has to exist. And you know, I mean, unfortunately, someone has to have that role, right? With anything in life, right? Think about it. there's like a first place winner at any competition, right? And for that guy to exist, there has to be a second place, aka the first place loser, right? And every other guy who lost, right? Because the first place guy had to gotten, first place by beating every other guy. All those other guys are the losers, and there's that one winner. And that goes for pretty much everything, right? For every competition, for exams in school, right? If they're grading on a curve, right? You want to be the top score, so you're given the 100%, right? You want to beat as much people as you can, so you have the highest possible score that you can possibly get, right? That's what it is. All life is basically winners and losers, and so opposites have to exist. And so it kind of gets to the the point, right, with the XEGF that I bought her burgers because she wasn't from California, but she had went to another state where they had In-N-Out Burger, and obviously, I guess when people think of California, they think of In-N-Out. I don't think it tastes bad, but I don't think it's like, oh bro, this is the best thing ever, right? I mean, sure, it's good, but I don't think it's good enough to go out of my way to ever really get it, right? I mean, the last time I had it was last April of last year when I went out with her, right? And because she wanted to get it, and that's kind of why it reminded me of it, because it's like, oh, I'm buying burgers for another girl, but this time it's my sister. But I almost felt like yeah, no problem, right? Because it's almost like you're gonna say, oh bro, you're such a simp for this, right? But it's almost like it was reliving an old memory, right? And almost like honoring that special time, right? Because you can say, oh bro, why do you care or whatever, but I'm like, sure, it's like, it is kind of weird or cringe, but it's like honoring that one special moment, right? Because the one in a lifetime moment that it's like that it's basically kind of impossible to ever get back, right? And impossible to ever recreate, of actually having a girl actually look at you and not be repulsed, and actually be willing to spend time with you, and do it, and being out in public with you, right? And doing stuff with you, right? If you know what I mean. Like doing all this stuff, right? It's like, and of course, so you're gonna see like, oh bro, but you're a simp. I already said that, right? And it's like, so why do you care? And I care because like I said, opposites, or opposites exist. So like the opposite situation, basically my entire life of not getting anything, kind of just made me really appreciate and really like spending time with her, right? Like how can you not, right? How can you not really value and really treasure little things like that in the moment, when the exact opposite is your entire life, right? The complete absence of women, right? That's basically what my entire life is. So of course, when I get some girl who I actually share mutual attraction with, right? Why would I not, right? It's gonna make me, it's gonna make me feel really good, and and even in the moment, I did feel like, wow, like I can't believe this is happening, right? And it's like, I kind of wish this moment would never end, and but I mean, so it was like a good, 4 days or so of hanging out with her, but I knew it was too good to be true, right? And I knew it would pass by really fast, right? It always passes by really fast when something good's happening. It always goes by way too fast, and all good things have to come to an end. And of course, right, eventually she wouldn't like me, and it's like, I kind of predicted that would happen, right? Because
use the right 2 lanes to stay to the right.
Because that just, that's just normal, right? It's like if women in my past have never liked me, it's like, what are the odds of this girl actually liking me and like keeping that attraction, right? Incredibly low, right? Highly unlikely. And I was right, because eventually she did leave. Like right after, right. I guess I kind of knew it when she left, right? When I dropped her off at the airport, it's like she wasn't. She I guess she greeted me a lot more. She said goodbye a lot more. She said it pretty easily, right? In comparison to when I first met her and picked her up at the airport, right? When when I picked her up, she was a lot happier and more affectionate. But then when I dropped her off, it's not like she was sad or really, wanted to like almost not go or whatever, right? She was like, she went willingly. You could say, oh, bro, but of course, right? But it's like, come on, it's like it's like, yeah, it's obvious if something like that's up, right? And in the end, it was kind of brutal at the end, just saying goodbye like that, right? Because it's like, oh, it's like those moments where it's like, oh, you had a good time, but the other person didn't, and they didn't. By the way, they easily can just say goodbye and leave, right? So it was pretty brutal to some extent, and but yeah, it's like the only reason I can treasure and really appreciate a moment like that is because and really understand that it means a lot, because my entire other life is pretty much devoid of women, right? That's why all these other guys who can get girlfriends and just get validation from women on a more normal basis, they're not going to really truly appreciate and really know what it means to actually be liked, right? Like it goes back out it goes back to that one comment from I don't think he's even a subscriber on this channel. He was a subscriber on the old channel. What is it, like Trouble the Mind? I'll never forget, because he was one of the first people on the channel. And I know he would always comment, it's like, I can't believe that some girl let you basically F her, right? And how he was jealous or whatever. Because I think he was like a 20, somewhere like 24 to 26. I don't remember. What? He was around that age range. And, still a kissless, hugless, hand-holdless virgin. And, yeah. So, but basically he said he hung out with a girl and she kind of went out on a pity date with him, right? Exit right 2, exit 5. And then went out on the pity date. Then turn left on Medler Frontage Road East. Went on a pity date with him, and he finally felt human for a brief moment in time. He felt human, and that still resonates with me to some extent. I guess for two reasons, right? Because it is true, right? Because imagine it's like your life is devoid of women. Women never talk to you ever, and then suddenly, and obviously it is an important life experience, right? Relationships. You can deny it, and that's fine, right? But I mean that it doesn't stop being an important part of life, because it just is, right? There's a reason why relationship subplots are part of like most media, right? Most stories or whatever, right? There's always some kind of relationship or something, right? Sorry, what is it? It's just altitude change in my ears and my nose. Then turn left on Medler Frontage. And I'm still recovering from, I think my voice is a lot better, but my nose is still not that great when I talk. But yeah, he said he finally felt human. And it is true, because relationships are an important part of life, and obviously guys who can get them whenever they want, and they're basically like a fish in water. they stop noticing it, right? That's just how they live their life, right? That's how everything is. Once something becomes a normal part of your life, you kind of just stop acknowledging it, right? And it's like you take it for granted. But obviously, I'm not going to take something like that for granted because it never happens. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird kind of thing, right? It's like, it's one of those things, oh, bro, well, you can only appreciate it because you're forever alone, right? And it's like, yeah. So, I mean, you could say, oh, that's a positive of being forever alone. You appreciate your one and only relationship, right? And it's like, sure, but I don't. Is it really that worth it? Probably not, to be honest, right? The consequences of never having a relationship, the mental impacts it has, are probably not worth appreciating one relationship when it finally does happen, right? Because it just came to an end, right? It's one of those things. Sure, it does. It's like, oh, you never had food for the last month, and then you finally got a meal. Well, I'm sure you appreciate this meal now, and I'm sure you're thankful you starved for a month. That's basically what the comparison is, except on, the relationship one is a lot more extreme. So yeah, just a weird little thought and a little tangent and a weird story or whatever. I don't know, because it just reminded me about buying food for a girl, or I guess specifically burgers for a girl again, right? And I don't know, weird stuff like that. I always make weird connections to things like that, especially since it's crazy to think it's almost been a year now, right? Almost been a year since the only girl to ever actually truly like me, at least for some time, right? And am I thankful? Am I thankful for it? Yes. Let's see, whoa. Like, would I have preferred it never happened? No, I'm glad it did happen, right? I think having a relationship, even if it's incredibly short-lived, and then losing it, is way better than not having one, because it made me realize a lot of things, right? Like, maybe I'll talk more in depth in another video on that, right? But like, for one thing, I know it made me realize that honestly, when people say like physical affection and stuff like that is overrated, I really do not think it is, right? Like, I still remember, it's like, I don't really remember the exact physical feeling of how kissing feels like, but I just remember like the dopamine or the rush or whatever, the feel-good emotions after kissing her felt really fucking good. And so it's like, yeah, it's like experiencing that. Would I rather still be... I mean, I basically kind of reverted back to the kissless, hugless, handholdless virgin and all that stuff. But honestly, I am glad I was able to experience that, because like I said, it was pretty nice, and I do think it is worth it, right? No, don't let anyone gaslight you into telling you, oh, bro, all this stuff, it's not worth it, right? Like a girlfriend's not worth it, bro. It definitely 110% is, and anyone who says that it isn't is gaslighting, coping, and just speaking from a position of privilege for the most part, right? Or, I mean, maybe you just convinced yourself, right? You're coping, right? You coped so hard, you legitimately believe the cope you fed yourself, right? Like, which is crazy to me, right? Because like, when I cope and tell myself, oh, today's the day, bro, it's like, sure, I can maybe kind of believe it for like a second, but in the back of my head, I know nothing's actually gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. I'm not actually gonna get a girlfriend today. I'm not actually gonna get a girlfriend by going outside and, oh, bro, I'm just gonna travel here. I'm gonna soft GeoMax or do whatever. Just do X, Y, Z, and then you'll get a girlfriend. I know it's not actually gonna result in anything, but it is nice for the little bit of hope and dopamine to tell myself it will help. But so yeah, that's kind of it for now. Later.